The topic of our project design is invasive species versus park visitations. Our question is there a correlation between the population of the invasive species and the number of park visitations at the Chattahoochee River? Our motivations is to explore how the Chattahoochee River's invasive species population relates to the number of the park visitations, and to bring awareness to the GT community of how their actions and interactions with the river can disrupt the river's ecosystem. This is our floor plan for the pavilion. We have a vertical view of the pavilion, and on the right we have a side view of the pavilion. For our physicalization, we decided to split the data into two opposite visuals, one for park visitations and one for invasive species. For invasive species, it's going to be represented with hanging structure of crystal spheres on a chain with a laser engraving of the species, and for the park visitations, it's going to be represented with shoe prints on the ground under the first design along the year and the number of the visitors. For both visualizations, with each one representing an even-numbered year between 2002 and 2020, there is also a sign towards the entrance of the pavilion that describes both visuals and gives more context to the data, including the impact of invasive species on the river. Although the sign intends to describe the ways that the species are spread through human activity, we decided to split the data to emphasize our goal of showing a correlation instead of causation. We want the visitors to make a connection between the data themselves given the physicalizations. Our goal is that people will look at each visual and have to see is there a correlation between these two data sets, and then the sign will have information on how human activities can spread invasive species and what GT students can do when visiting the river to prevent this from happening. So here is a detailed design of the crystal sphere that represents the invasive species. Each sphere will have a laser engraved image of a species that was found the most that year. For example, if there are 3 spheres in one chain, the images will be of the 3 most abundant species. The spheres will be made out of crystal and be transparent, while the image itself will be white and opaque so that it's able to see more clearly. In this example, this is an image of a common carp found in the upper Chattahoochee in 2022. And next, here's the detailed design of the footprints which represent our park visitations. So each year will be represented by a pair of shoe prints with a size varying by the number of the visitors, which will be labeled along with the year. The shoe prints will be carved into the wood of the floor of the pavilion to make it seem as if there's an imprint of the person walking. Additionally, this is the map of the Eco Commons indicating where it's located at. And finally, there's the sources, and thank you for watching.